straight, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Longhorns will get us underway with the opening kickoff. Fielded in the end zone, it's Williams. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return.
Ncaa will take over 1st and 10.
Offense getting set for first down. Looking for a crease, it's Green. They believe in that running game, got 6 before he stopped at the 23. Alabama pushing the tempo. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line now.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
Now on second down and short. They go to the ground. Keeps the legs moving. And that stiff arm is a weapon for this runner. He uses it and picks up a first down. This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another first down. Give to the running back. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on first down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. The give to the back. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. They'll ride the hot hand. He's running free down the middle. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, Alabama! Saw a crease, nothing but green grass and opportunity, and he flashed through it for 6.
And when you can get 30-plus yards out of your running back and he can make big plays like this, man, it's hard to call a lot of passes. I'm just going to feed this guy the rock.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Running back searching for a hole. At the 35, he's open. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Comes out throwing on first down. He'll pull it down and run. Short gain on the play before he slides.
Those always sting a little bit. When you get so close to getting the QB to the ground, creating a negative play, and then all of a sudden he turns it into something positive, just really annoying as a defensive guy.
Second down coming up. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of bounce, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball.
Dropping back, it's Manning. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. The critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Line gets set, first down. The give to the lone running back. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. A cornerstone of the Alabama program really throughout history has been be physical, establish a running game.
Yeah, great running backs. I mean, not only are you recruiting great players in the offensive line and skill and all over the place, but so many great backs that you can name off the top of your head that played at Alabama, that ran it with an edge, that ran it physical, that always represented that style. And you can see Alabama, they're always going to do this. They're going to establish the run.
Couldn't make the connection on first down. Now here on second. On the move, it's Hill. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Alabama quickly back to the line. On third down, he drops to throw. Moves around to clear up the vision.
Man, that's so frustrating. And it happens so fast. He just pulls it down. It looks like pass. He pulls it down, and he's gone. Just like that, chewing up yards. So much speed, so hard to stop.
Trying to show their strength with the run on fourth down. The Tide will get the first down.
How nice is it to have a running back with this guy's skill set, right? That's not a guaranteed give-me fourth down conversion either, but still, they trust in him to find the crease and keep this drive alive.
They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Lets it fly deep downfield. That one's going to keep him awake tonight as he just missed it.
And that is a huge missed opportunity for the quarterback. You've got your guy wide open in the end zone. You're not under pressure. You just got to hit him. That ball got away, and that's one he'd like to have back.
Offense gets set for second down. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Off the play fake. Going back to the well, another deep ball. Fires into traffic, intercepted. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Not all DBs make the play at the end, right? They can bat the ball down, they can be in position, but they don't really secure the football. Great job by the DB securing the football and forcing the turnover.
Here comes the Texas offense. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David. Oh, there's a loose football on the bad pitch. Bounced right back to them.
Woo. Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
To the air, it's Manning. Pressure coming. Takes a hit as he fires. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down.
Pressure affects quarterbacks, and this guy's one of the best in the nation. I don't care how talented you are, but if you're being hit, you're not going to throw completions.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. He's looking downfield to throw. Getting some heat. And he's going to be stopped just short of the first down. He tried to get it on his own.
There was just nowhere to go with the football for the quarterback throwing it. So he tried to create, he tried to extend the play with his legs, just not able to get away from the defense, and now we have fourth down.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. He'll take it on the return. Makes a move. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Here comes that Alabama offense. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after the play.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays, and I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this route.
That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Alabama pushing the tempo. They'll leave it with him. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28.
Another good run. Man, he has been picking up yards in bunches today. Jesse showing off all the skills.
And he's showing no signs of slowing down, David. This guy just gets better as the game goes on. He is a beast.
Unleashes one deep. Fires into traffic. Picked off. Looking for more room. He's at the 40. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Texas! What a great play by the defense and paying it off with the interception return. This time it's the defense finding ways to put points on the board.
There is nothing better than being a defender, seeing that ball in the end zone. Your eyes get big as saucers. Go, jump on that puppy, secure it, get you a touchdown.
After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. He'll take the return, trying to get better field position. He gets a block. Got a little room. Can they catch him? He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. No guts, no glory. Caught it in the end zone. Didn't hesitate for a millisecond to take that thing back, and boy, did it pay off.
And this is why kickoff returns are so exciting. There's so much space between you and the other team flying down the field. The only time you can be provided that much space, and you could tell he knew what to do with that space. Kicked on the Jets by Felicia.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He's got great speed. Oh, what vision. One little mistake in your kick coverage unit against this dude, and you are in a world of trouble, and they were barely able to keep him from scoring. So now the Longhorns take over, and they'll send out the offense. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for the position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again. Create some momentum. Just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. to throw. It's Manning. Feeling some heat. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. And the Longhorns want to crank the tempo. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. He'll take a deep shot here. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
The Longhorns will come to the line to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Time to take a shot. Can't complete the long throw, and the defense gets off the field on 4th down.
And sometimes the best defense is a little bit lucky. He was open. He had a chance to make a play. He just drops it through his hand. It was pretty good defense, but you take those breaks when you can get them.
Tide offense rolls onto the field. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot. Man, that one is going to make this quarterback sick to his stomach. That's almost always automatic for him.
Yeah, that's pitch and catch. That's day one. When you go out and watch practice, the ball very rarely hits the ground unless you have a defender. Because these QBs and wide receivers are so good. But man, just a mishap, a little overthrow.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
Yeah, this offense might want to think about moving the launch point for this QB, because if you take hits like that from the pocket, it's really tough to complete passes.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. And the punt team able to... So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on... And it's slipped out! Oh, looks as if the defense got it.
I'll tell you, honestly, I don't know what that player could have done to hold on to that football. That defender absolutely popped him. He knocked him into next week. There was no chance he was holding on to that ball.
A great spot to start this drive for the offense. To the ground with the back. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. Quick tempo here for the offense. Wide out in motion. Off play action. Going for it all. Makes the grab. Into the end zone. Touchdown Tide. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Top 15 teams colliding today in a huge matchup, and it's now a final. Miami opened up a can, and how many times can you say you went into someone else's building and beat them by double digits? It's what happened today, and the rest of college football should take notice. We'll see a lot of games this week, but few will have as much of an impact on the new top 25 poll next week as this one, gentlemen.
Hey, Kevin Connors, keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job, buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down.
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it. And the quarterback just ran out of time there, and they were able to knock it free.
Quarterbacks have got to do a great job keeping two hands on the football, especially in passing situations like that, because you know defenders are swatting at the ball. Even if you can't see them, these guys, they're 6'5", 6'6", they've got long arms. They're trying to rip and tug away and get that ball out of your hands. The QB will learn from this play. He's got to do a better job with his fundamentals.
Trying to run it in the red zone. He's got 4, and he's down at the 12. To the ground to try to pick up the first. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down.
Nice job by this offense converting the third down. Listen, third and short, they know you're going to run the football, and they still did a great job being physical. Third downs has been such a struggle for this offense. Bottom 50, one of the worst in college football. Nice job on that play.
Caught behind the line. It's Williams. Touchdown, Bama! And they take it in for 6 more points. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. And they knock through the extra point, and they're up 28-7. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Texas, 7.
Here he comes with the return. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16.
First and 10.
The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure. And he is snowed under, sacked at the 7.
We talked to the offensive staff coming into this one. They knew going up against the top 25 defense with respect to sacks per game that they had to do a good job protecting the QB, but they have not been able to get that done so far. They've already now allowed 3 sacks in this game.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down.
And this is why this team is losing this game. They cannot protect their quarterback. He's already been sacked a bunch of times, almost got sacked right there. This guy doesn't have a chance with the way this offensive line is playing.
The Longhorns will send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. And the returner is stopped. Here comes that Alabama offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
And after the incompletion on first down, this offense looking at second down. Looking to throw, it's Mack. Buys a little time with his feet. It'll be incomplete. Tried to extend the play, but just couldn't find anybody open.
And that is the play the defense needed to turn the momentum around in this game. They needed somebody to step up and make a play. That should have been intercepted.
Dances away from the heat. That's reeled in. It's Williams. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down. As we reach the 2-minute warning, they'll need to try to get a stop to keep this thing from getting out of hand. The Tide with the 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
It's hard throwing in the pocket, man. You got bodies and 300-pound dudes falling all over the place. They're trying to hit you. That time, the pressure got to him, and it forced the incompletion.
This offense has a second down play. On the run, it's Edwards. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. Alabama quickly back to the line. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 20. They'll try the run. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line. This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Alabama comes to the line with a 1st and goal. Back to pass, it's Mack. Pocket starts to collapse. And it's caught! Touchdown, Alabama! Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. That last drive covered 52 yards on their way to the score. And they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff team lining up to send this one away. And he'll bring it back. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum, and this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. They've already racked up big sack numbers. It's starting to snowball, and they are ready to go again. He wants to pass it on 2nd down. He just kept going backwards. You have to step up, and they get him for a safety. The kickoff team lined up. They'll have to give it back after giving up that safety.
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
Will take over. 1st and 10.
Guys, this offense coming back out onto the field. Leaves it with the running back. Fights off a defender. Then he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. Alabama pushing the tempo. The give to the back. They get him on the ground, but it's a 1st down.
Man, those little chunks keep annoying the crud out of you. Defense is just putting them in easy situations, chewing up 4 to 6 yards at a pop like that. Put you in a bad situation as a defensive coordinator. What do I call? Either way, priority number 1, we got to stop the run.
Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
Great coverage, great break on the ball. Had a chance to really make a big play and maybe even take that thing back to the house. But you got to secure the catch. We like to hit people more than we like to catch balls.
And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. And as the first half draws near to a close, here comes the field goal unit. And the holder will place it down on the left hash, a 47-yard try coming. And he missed it. No good. Well, they missed the field goal. That's about the only thing that hasn't gone their way in this one. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Ready to start the second half. Alabama will kick it off. Coming out with it, it's Gibson. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's got an alley. There he goes. Open it up. He will score. Touchdown, Longhorns.
Number 9 takes it back.
Getting set for the point after.
The kicker on for the extra point.
And it's up and good. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
A pair of top 15 teams throwing haymakers today. Let's show you the very latest. Florida State is being brought out back behind the woodshed right now. This is cover your eyes, hug your loved ones territory. A real shame. They're trailing by 14 to Nebraska. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. The best way this offense can say thanks for that 2 spot is by following it up with a score of their own, David.
Really fun when your defense does that. When they get you back to football, and they score some points, Palmer. Put those points up on the board. Usually brag about it, especially defensively. We got more points than you, but good opportunity for this offense to get more.
Yeah, it's you scratch my back, I scratch yours kind of thing right now. I'll tell you, if this
He uncorks one deep. Oh, did he toast the coverage? Got it deep downfield. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. And the punishment has been extended. They'll try to add another to their lead. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. So the decision has been made and the coach will take the penalty. The kickoff team on the field, and he ought to just boom this thing through the end zone with that extra 15 yards on the penalty. No shot at a return. It's out of the end zone and it'll be a touchback. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Going up top on first down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Man, the defense smells blood in the water. You can tell. They're getting to this quarterback over and over and over. They've already sacked him a couple times. They're just winning up front. They almost got another sack on that last play.
That's caught. It's Butler. At midfield, he's got room. They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. The incomplete pass leaves him with second down. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Fires to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Run out of bounds after the long game, but they've got it now first and goal.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, and now the defense is really on its heels. They'll put the tight end in motion. Trying to punch it in. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Now the offense tries to punch it in on 2nd and goal. Quarterback looks for a little space. Quarterback sneak for the touchdown. PAT unit on the field. And it's perfect. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive. It was finished off with the quarterback sneak.
44, Texas, 21.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Williams. Slips through the line. He's on the loose. Wide open, and it's a foot race. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown tie. Well, maybe they thought if they kicked it into the end zone that he wouldn't dare bring it back. Instead, he just dared them to tackle him, and nobody could. What an explosive return.
Yeah, and those guys got so much speed, they ain't scared. And you could tell, takes it out, good blocking, give him a little crease, and you could see the speed. You don't put slow guys back deep. You don't see Jesse Palmer returning kicks. No, 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 no. You see the fast guys, and you see an open space, and boom, he's gone.
He'll be brought down quickly. That's always the risk when you bring it out of the end zone. Do you make it to the 25 or not? In this case, not. A first down for the offense. The DBs will back off a bit. Looking downfield, it's Manning trying to get to him. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
Man, I think this quarterback needs to take his offensive line out for dinners more often because they're not protecting him. And sometimes it doesn't even look like they're trying. That now the 6th sack of the game for this defense.
On 2nd down, wants to throw it. Trying to burn this defensive back. Snags it on the right. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
And, man, he had nobody around him. That has got to be embarrassing for this defense. When you let someone that deep downfield go completely uncovered.
They're going back to the ground.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
These defensive linemen have tents in the backfield. Goodness gracious, they're camping out back there, hitting the quarterback time and time again. When you've sacked him this much, of course he's going to be flustered. Of course he wants to get rid of the football.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
This has been a frustrating day, and I'm not sure it's going to get any better. You're already down huge. Listen, this offense can't protect this quarterback. They don't do anything right now. This defense has had their number all game long.
With a double-digit deficit here in the 2nd half, they're going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Couldn't find a ton of room on that return with that small change. They take over at the 43.
And I tell you what, when defenses play zone, all eyes are on the quarterback. You have a zone to drop to, but you're setting on the quarterback, reading his eyes. Great job by the defense, understanding the ball was coming out, breaks on the football, goes and makes the INT.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming. Alabama quickly back to the line.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
Nothing doing downfield. He'll... down.
Yeah, and this defense hadn't had a lot of success. This offense has been doing what it wants at will. Finally getting to the QB, finally getting some pressure, finally getting a big hit on him. That'll pay some dividends down the road.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on third down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. Fourth down, baby.
And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah.
Fires the pass, intercepted. He'll try to take it back at the 20. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Bama! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick six, and that defense will come out feeling it.
Texas, 21.
He'll bring it out. It's Gibson. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Here comes the Texas offense. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out, not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the right side.
And the Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10. From the gun, the running back has it. Still on his feet at the 45. They got him free for a big gainer to the 43. Not much can impose your will on a defense like popping a big run.
Especially when they know you're going to run it, right? This offense right now is just more physical. They're more physical up front in the trenches. And this running back and his ability to break tackles, that is just so demoralizing for this defense.
Looking deep down the right side. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today.
You know, as a defensive back, you want to force the quarterback to make plays way outside, towards the sideline. That's a long throw. It requires a lot of arm strength and a lot of touch at the same time. Great job forcing the play out wide, making the big interception.
They'll go to the ground. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. They think there's room to run to the right here. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On third down, going up top. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that is a frustrating possession for this offense. You wanted to run the football, maybe take some time. You did the opposite. Got in a bad situation, threw the football, stopped the clock. Not how you manage a game late in the fourth quarter.
Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Looking for a productive play on first down. He wants to start this drive with a pass. He makes a catch. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Inside the 25, they'll snap it from the 24. First down. Back to throw, it's Manning. A shot toward the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Texas.
And this has been a rough day for this offense, and finally, some good things to happen. Build some momentum maybe for the future. You know, that's the way the coaches spin it when you're getting beat up and you're getting destroyed. Like, listen, let's find something for the future. Let's keep fighting. Let's keep working. This team's done that, put some points on the board, so it's not all bad.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, it's a final now in one of the more intriguing games of the week, that notable top 25 clash. Washington State ran roughshod over the competition en route to a double-digit victory, and they looked clean doing it. And I don't just mean in those unis. This team is a buttoned-up group. Each week in college football, the tests are just so tough, and we found that out again today, guys, with another ranked team going down.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. It's complete to the left. Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain.
I love when you sell the run like that quarterback did right there. Stuck it in the belly of the running back, pulls it out, runs the play action. Great job of confusing the defense a little bit, making them honor the run, and then throwing the ball in the lanes right behind them.
They'll throw it on first down. They're trying to get to him. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
After the missed connection, it's 2nd down. He's looking to throw. It's complete on the right side. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
Yeah, when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receivers got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the first down.
And they pick up just a few on that completion. Alabama pushing the tempo. Trying play action. He'll take a shot. It's incomplete. Almost intercepted in the end zone. It'll be 3rd down. 4th quarter. Huge lead. I'm not really sure why you need to take that kind of shot.
You don't. You definitely don't need to. You can run the clock. You can run the football. You can make sure that you're playing it safe and conservative. Or you can just go for rub it in your face, eat that. You know, I don't like the other coach.
Perhaps emboldened by converting a 4th down earlier in the game, they'll try a 2nd time. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Looking to buy time. Fires on the move. How about getting the foot down on that throw for the big completion?
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it, and now a fresh set of downs.
And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Smart move to keep it on the ground.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Power football with the run. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks.
Really been impressed by the balance we've seen from this offense so far in the game, but I think you got to give a lot of the credit to the running game because it's been able to freeze these defenses. It's helped set up play action. They've been physical at the point of attack. I think that really has been the key force for this offense so far, having the success they've had.
On 1st and goal, let's see if Alabama can get it in the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama! And the stomping has commenced. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns in the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
And the Texas offense will take over. 1st and 10.
So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. Well, this has pretty much been an evisceration, an old-fashioned stomping, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, this is one of those games where you're not necessarily throwing the playbook in the trash after this one, but I do think this coaching staff, David, really has to be honest with themselves and rethink what schemes are working and not working and which guys maybe need to get more touches in this offense.
Well, I think I like the trash option as well because it's been hot trash. This has been a bad day. Offense, defense, giving up a ton of points, not scoring near enough. So it's been a bad day you're going to want to forget.
After the 2nd down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. To throw, it's Manning. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the 1st down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. And what a big play here, and the return takes it back inside the 25.
The #1 objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much, late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Here's the handoff. Nifty little dance step. Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks with a 1st down. And they don't have to go for a touchdown here with this little time left and with the lead, but they might anyway. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown. On to attempt to try. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And it was capped off with the 8-yard run. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside the 15. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter what type of X's and O's they're out there executing, David. Jimmy's and the Joes, they're just not as good as the opponent today.
And as an athlete, it sometimes hits you in the face, and it stinks, but you're not good enough. And today, they were not good enough. And I'm going to do the best I can to try to flush this down the toilet, not remember it forget it, move on for the next game. Maybe something right here I can create positive that carries over to practice and maybe next week.
When we get to the offseason and they start having coaching clinics, they're going to roll this game tape back to show both offenses.
Dial it up and let it run. I mean, that's essentially what we saw in this game. It didn't matter what either offensive coordinator was calling. Everything seemed to work through throwing the football in the intermediate passing game, the RPOs, the run game, David. This was just clinical offensive football.
And offenses that evolve so much, they can do so many different things, and they know how to use their playmakers, get speed and space, make those big plays. So that's why offenses are ahead of defenses. In this game, it was no different.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA.